I don't know if it's like a trend, but a lot of people are switching from BMX, or not switching, but like adding mountain biking into their world. How did it come about for you? Have you always like fucked around with mountain biking on the side, or did you like make a conscious decision? All right, I want to get into this. Like, how did mountain biking enter your life?
It was really random and an organic process. It all just started from Dennis was the first one to ever like put me on to Brandon Semenek, and he's been dropping mind-blowing videos
He's
since.
so sick, dude.
I mean, I think right around the market video they did Revel in the Chaos, which was like I remember him saying he was inspired by the market video because we did it on iTunes. We kind of did it all our own, self-funded and everything. So right around that same time, he took inspiration from that. So Dennis knew of him just from Instagram, like, dude, there's this insane like Red Bull mountain biker, like you got to check out his videos. And instantly became a fan. Like I could just tell the way he rode, the way his videos were produced, like the tracks that he builds and the jumps he builds, like there's just something about it that like drew me in. So I was a fan of him and mountain biking, but like through him, like I didn't know anyone else. I didn't like follow or know anything else about it. And I think I like went to follow him one day and he was already following me. And
Nice.
we just kind of like, you know, I feel like I don't know, for me it's normal to just end up like chatting with people on Instagram, just whether it's from through comments or whatever. But we became friends. We met at a skate park through Heath Pinter and
Legend.
just kind of randomly bumped into each other a few times over the years. And then one day we were on a street trip, me, Dennis, and Nathan Williams filming up in NorCal. And Brandon comes to Aptos, where I live now, every winter to escape the snow. And he's like, hey, if you dudes ever want to come ride mountain bikes, let me know. I got some spare bikes. And I was like, I'd ask the boys, I'm like, yo, you guys want to go ride mountain bikes with Brandon Semenek? And they're like, fuck yeah.
Fuck
Like
yeah.
we were pretty roached. Like I already had a rolled ankle. Dennis and Nathan both, I think Dennis had a bad wrist and Nathan had a tweaked ankle or something. We were like end of the film trip. Like I was still like trying to get clips too. So we were all like feeling it. And we're like, fuck, like mountain bikes might be kind of gnarly, but like they have suspension. Maybe it won't be that bad. And yeah, like long story short, we met up with Brandon. They took us to a private property, which strangely enough, I just moved across the street from. So like full circle now, I live across the street from where it
You
all
started
started.
mountain
But
biking. Wow.
he handed us two of his like brand new, freshly painted custom Red Bull Rampage bikes, like the bike he like rode, and then his like backup bike, and like we had no clue of the significance of these bikes or how crazy that
Damn.
was at the
Yeah.
time. No helmets, no clue what we're doing, just like following him down the trail, trying to survive. Like I'm like
Trying to
slugging
survive.
everything. Nathan's like sliding out in the turns. Like it was, we felt like little kids. Like it was like the only thing I could compare that feeling to is like the first day I ever went to Woodward in middle school as a camper, and it's just like sensory overload, having so
Yeah.
much fun. We're like laughing and giggling down the trail like little kids. Like it was the most fun I could really remember having on a bike. And I told Brandon the end of that day, I'm like, dude, next paycheck I get or I could justify, like I'm buying a mountain bike. Like
Fuck yeah. What was the first one that you bought?
Brandon actually got me an industry deal on a Trek Remedy, and I had that bike for like a year before I like changed it up and everything. But yeah, like that literally that day changed it all for me, and just like that was what got me hooked. Like I didn't have any aspirations of like making anything with mountain biking or doing anything with mountain biking. I just loved the feeling I got from it. And at that time, it'd pretty much been almost a year of me like kind of clocking out of BMX, and like I'm like, okay, like I'm just gonna see what like being a filmer's like. I've never just been a filmer. I know that my work can be better if I put all my effort and time into it. So I kind of had about a year of just filming, and I definitely noticed I was more proud of my work in that year, because when I'm not thinking about riding or going to a spot to film a dude and then like going back and forth of like getting some riding in myself and filming him, like you miss those opportunities of all the sick B-roll and all the like test, shots and everything. So yeah, I was like a filmer for a year, but it wasn't like doing it for me. Like I still like I wasn't trying to push myself like I was on my BMX, but like I still needed to like do something, like I think I didn't have the drive to one up myself on BMX. And if I wasn't going to do something better than my last part, I wasn't interested in in like trying to do another video part.
Yeah.
But I didn't find or have anything else in life that I could like physically and mentally like push myself and like scare myself and get the adrenaline going, because like I was just jibbing around on my BMX bike, so I wasn't like getting my fix, I guess. So
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
very glad and happy that I found mountain biking.
Reached the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed that clip. If you want to support me and the podcast, just subscribe and share the show with your friends. The full episode is in the description, so if you haven't, go check that out. It's also available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and wherever you listen to podcasts. And the goal is just to grow. So if you could share the show with your BMX homies, that'd be dope. Anybody that you know that is a BMX nerd and would enjoy this podcast, do me that favor, and we'll keep all these clips coming and one episode every week. So I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.